Bonjour classe. Aujourd'hui, on va parler du chapitre 10.2. Dans chapitre 10.2, on va parler de asking for a price, requesting items, expressing need, and also asking for help. Donc, on va commencer. All right, so to ask for a price, if you're taking notes along with me, these first two are number 1 on your note sheet. Répétez-moi s'il vous plaît. C'est combien le pour? Combien coûte le pour? Then to ask how much is it, just something in general. Répétez-moi s'il vous plaît. C'est combien? Désolé. Ça fait combien? Excellent. To request items. Répétez-moi s'il vous plaît. Vous avez ça en taille 40. Remember that double L in French makes that Y sound. Taille. Répétez-moi s'il vous plaît. Taille. And in France, as well as most of Europe, they have different clothing sizes than we do here. So a size 40 is not that out of the common. It's a pretty average size. En taille 40. Répétez-moi s'il vous plaît. En rouge. And en coton. Excellent. So the salesperson may say, again, number 7 on your note sheet. Vous désirez. Vous désirez. And est-ce que je peux vous aider? Répétez-moi s'il vous plaît. Est-ce que je peux vous aider? Très bien. All right, so to express need and ask for help, we have, remember, 2 different ways to say I need. Répétez-moi, il me faut. Répétez-moi, j'ai besoin de. And remember, after avoir besoin, it's always going to be followed by de or de apostrophe. Only 2 options, de or de apostrophe after avoir besoin de. Répétez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Vous avez des montres? Je cherche quelque chose pour un boom. Répétez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Je cherche quelque chose pour un boom. Répétez-moi, s'il vous plaît. J'aimerais un short pour aller avec mes baskets. Répétez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Non, merci. Je regarde. Répétez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Je peux essayer le jean. Je suis vraiment désolé pour la sonnerie j'oublie le mot pour belle en français. Le son de... Le cloche. Le cloche. I'm sorry for the sound of the bell. All right, so for asking for information, numero 15. Starting off with a couple of review terms. Accueillir. Going across, we have à pois. En soie. À fleur. En laine. En cuir. À carreau. That's your checked one if you couldn't see, if you didn't realize get the reference. It's Dorothy's dress is checked. Répétez-moi. En laine. Excellent. All right, so we have some IR verbs at the bottom of the first page. We're going to skip over that now. Turning to the second page. So remember, in French, we have 3 sets of what we call regular verbs, and then we have all of our irregulars. We've learned a lot, not all of them, but a lot of the irregulars, and we've also learned so far 2 of our 3 regular sets of verbs. We've learned ER and RE. Today we're going to be learning the last set of regular verbs, and they are IR verbs. We call these verbs regular because if you memorize the rule, you can conjugate any verb that ends with an IR. When we talk about our irregular verbs, for example, faire fair is the only verb that conjugates like fair. So that's why we call them irregular. It marches to the beat of its own drum. But regular verbs, memorize the rules, you can conjugate all of them. ER verbs, we take that ER off of the infinitive, add our endings, we can conjugate all ER verbs. RE verbs, we take the RE off of the infinitive, we add our endings, we can conjugate all RE verbs. And you're going to do that today in practice that in part A and B, how to conjugate ER verbs in the present and how to conjugate RE verbs in the present. We're going to skip that because you guys should know how to do that by now. And we're going to go skip down to letter C to conjugate IR verbs. Your first step is you take the IR off of the infinitive. And then you add your memorized endings. IS, IS, IT, IS, SONS, IS, SEZ, IS, SENT, and that's how our song goes. We're going to listen to the song in class, but again, it goes IS, IS, IT, IS, SONS, IS, SEZ, IS, SENT. So that is IR verbs in the present tense. So again, that should not say choisir, that should say finir. Finir means to finish or to end. Zoot. Un moment, s'il vous plaît. There we go. Ooh. There we go. So again, our model is finir, and finir means to finish or to end. For example, I ask you all the time, tu as fini? Have you finished? En utilisant le passé composé. Tu as fini? So in the present, IS, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. So I finish. Oop, where'd my pointer go? I finish. I am finishing. I do finish. You finish. He, she, one finishes. We finish. You all finish. And they finish. Au passé composé. Remember, we've already learned IR verbs in the passé composé. To form the passé composé, you need those two things. You need your avoir conjugated in the present tense, which we learned all the way back in chapter 2. And then you need your past participle. And to form the past participle for IR verbs, we take the IR off of the infinitive and we add an I. J'ai fini. Tu as fini. Ils, elles ont fini. Nous avons fini. Vous avez fini. Ils, elles ont fini. I finished. You finished. He, she, one finished. We finished. You finished. They finished. There's also a lesson up here. You can watch that on your own time. Going back to the first page of your notes, you have a couple of IR verbs, I think 9, that you need to worry about. 9 of them. So, again, you only need to write the infinitive. The infinitive is, we started off with finir, which was our model, so you don't need to do that again. We're going to start off in our notes with choose, which is choisir. Past participle. Again, take that IR off of the infinitive, add an I, choisi. To grow, grandir. Past participle, grandi. To blush, rougir. Past participle is rougi. You can see the color in French for red is rouge. You can see rouge in that verb. Your cheeks are getting red. You're blushing. To lose weight, maigrir. Past participle is maigri. To gain weight, grossir. Past participle is grossi. To cheer, the infinitive is applaudir. The past participle is applaudi. To obey is obéir. And I'm giving this to you as to obey someone or something. That's we've learned quelqu'un or quelque chose. This is just a shorthand version. Quelqu'un and quelque chose, to obey someone, quelqu'un, or something. And again, the past participle is obéir. And then to disobey is désobéir à quelqu'un or quelque chose. And the past participle for to disobey is désobéir. On your note sheet, there is a 31 and it says to leave. You can cross that out. We don't need to know that. So, yeah, cross that out. A couple of things real quick that you don't need to take notes on, but you do need to know. We have le, la, le plus a color is a noun, equals a noun. So, for example, je veux le pull bleu. I want the blue sweater. If your mom says, "Hey, do you want the blue sweater or the red one?" you may say, "I want the red one." So that's what we're talking about now. We're using colors as nouns. So, excuse me, what? We basically just take out the noun. We keep our noun marker though, and then our adjective becomes a noun. Je veux le bleu. I want the blue one. Je veux la robe violette. Je veux la violette. So again, we're keeping our noun marker and we're keeping our adjective and making sure that adjective agrees with whatever we're taking out of our sentence. And je veux les bottes rouges. Je veux les rouges. All right, so that is where our first set of notes end. Later in the lesson, we're going to get to direct objects. So if if we've already started that in class, we can go ahead and continue watching. If we have not gotten here yet, then go ahead and stop now. So what are direct objects? Direct objects are nouns, so people or things that receive the action of the verb. Most sentences in English and in French follow this order: subject plus verb plus direct object. For example, he is our subject. Remember, a subject is a person or thing doing the action. Likes is our verb. Remember, the verb is the action. And then ice cream is our direct object, which again receives the action. So he likes ice cream. Il aime la glace. So again, subject, verb, direct object. Most sentences in English follow this pattern, not all of them. And again, not all of them in French do either. He likes ice cream. Il aime la glace. Direct objects always will answer the question who or what the subject verb. So you just need to remember this question and then fill in those blanks, the subject and the verb, and you can always find the direct object. For example, who or what does he like? So again, my subject up here is he. My verb is like. So who or what does he like? He likes ice cream. So ice cream is our direct object in that sentence. All right, so continuing. Direct objects, again, taking these notes, are nouns that receive the action of the verb. In English, for example, I like the jacket. I am wearing a dress. They are receiving the action of the verb. Who or what do I like? I like the jacket. Who or what am I wearing? I'm wearing a dress. Again, direct objects aren't changing any function in French. They're doing the exact same things. J'aime le blouson. What do I like? I like le blouson. Je porte une robe. What am I wearing? I'm wearing a dress. Une robe. In English and in French, direct objects are often replaced with what we call direct object pronouns. In English, they are it, him, her, and them. Do not let all of this fancy grammar talk get you very confused. This is a very simple concept. So let's go through it together. For example, I like the jacket. It starts to get very repetitive if we're talking about our nouns and just repeating them the entire time. Do you like the jacket? Yeah, I like the jacket. It starts to get very repetitive. So if somebody were to ask you, do you like the jacket? We may say, yeah, I like it. So again, we're replacing that direct object in English, the jacket, with our direct object pronoun, it. So in French, we're going to learn our direct object pronouns. So fill in this chart in your notes. So if our object is masculine singular, we either have LE or L apostrophe. If it's feminine singular, it's LA or L apostrophe. And no matter the gender, if it's plural, the object that we're replacing, it's always going to be lay. LES. And you may be saying, well, this is our chart from when we first learned our noun markers, le, la, lay. Absolutely, yes, it is. D'accord. On va continue. Placement of these direct object pronouns. In the present tense, the direct object pronoun goes right before the conjugated verb. For example, je mets le blouson. I'm wearing the jacket. If I wanted to say I'm wearing it, je le mets. Je le mets. So again, le blouson is a masculine singular. So all we do is drop the blouson, and then we take our direct object pronoun and put it right in front of the verb. Je le mets. Je porte la robe. Je la porte. I'm wearing it. I'm wearing the dress. I'm wearing it. Je la porte. The direct object pronoun will always replace the entire direct object phrase. We do not repeat the direct object phrase in English and in French. For example, il met sa grande cravate verte. He's putting on his big green tie. Il la met. He's putting it on. We wouldn't repeat any of these adjectives, grande, vert. We would not repeat the his, and we would not repeat the object itself, cravate. That entire direct object phrase gets smushed into one. So for putting a ne pas sandwich sentences with direct object pronouns. The ne pas always goes around, again, the conjugated verb. If the pronoun is in front of the verb, then the ne pas sandwich goes around both. So up until now, we've always said ne pas sandwich around your conjugated verb, nothing else in your ne pas sandwich. This is one of the very few exceptions where we can have more than one word in our ne pas sandwich. So we can, in this scenario, we can have our ne pas sandwich, and inside of our ne pas sandwich, we can have our conjugated verb and our direct object pronoun. For example, il met les bottes. Is he wearing the boots? Non, il ne les met pas. No, he is not putting them on. Them. Vous aimez le poule rouge? Non, je ne l'aime pas. This should be blue. Je suis vraiment désolé. Do you like the red sweater? No, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. In the future proche, really whenever you have two verbs in one sentence, a conjugated verb and an infinitive, we've seen conjugated verbs in an infinitive several times now, and not always in the alle in an infinitive. This could be anything. Aimer plus an infinitive. I like to dance, for example. Pouvoir in an infinitive. Am I able to go to the mall? So on and so forth. But for the future proche, whenever you have a conjugated verb and an infinitive, the direct object pronoun comes directly before the infinitive, not the conjugated verb. For example, elle va mettre le manteau. Is she going to put on the winter coat? Oui, elle va le mettre. Again, right before the infinitive. Now, where do ne pas sandwiches go when we have two verbs, one conjugated and one left in the infinitive form? You should have said only around the conjugated verb. So, if we were trying to negate that sentence, put a ne pas sandwich in there, sticking with the same rules that we've always been talking about. Ne pas sandwich goes around your conjugated verb. Now we're talking about our direct object pronoun comes right before the infinitive. Excellent. Non, elle ne va pas le mettre. Excellent. For emphasis, you can use both the noun and the direct object pronoun in the same sentence. I would say that this is very rare. Again, for emphasis, if you're really trying to emphasize something. La robe, je l'achète. The dress, I'm buying it, for example. And then for commands, remember for commands we have all we do is we take the subject, the person doing the action, and get rid of it. And then we have our command form. Remember that there for commands there is one small exception. For ER verbs in the to form, we don't include the S on our command. When giving a positive command, the pronoun goes after the verb and is connected by a hyphen. For example, vous aimez la robe? Porte-la. Do you like the dress? Wear it. Vous aimez le pull? Porte-le. Do you like the sweater? Wear it. So on and so forth. So here is a nice and easy slide for you with all of your direct object pronoun information all in one nice and easy to read slide. Remember, direct objects receive the action who or what the subject verb, and in French they are le, la, elle apostrophe, and les. If you only have one verb, it goes directly before the verb. Je le porte, je la porte, je les porte. If you have a verb and an infinitive, for example, the future with aller, it goes directly before the infinitive. Je vais, conjugated verb, le porter. J'aime, conjugated verb, le porter. Again, right before the infinitive there. For commands, it goes after the verb with a hyphen between. For example, portons-le, portez-la. And for ne pas sandwiches, it goes around the conjugated verb, as always, and your pronoun gets stuck right in there. For example, je ne le porte pas. Il ne le porte jamais. So on and so forth. And that is all that I have for you today. I hope this video lesson helped you. Au revoir, à bientôt.